My golden child brother took my car and crashed it, so I took his legs and smashed them. My parents always treated my younger brother Blake like royalty while I got scraps. Blake had his own room while I slept in a converted closet, got new everything while I wore thrift store clothes, and once he discovered his power, he abused it. When I was 8, Blake smashed my only toy, a secondhand transformer, because I wouldn't let him play with it. Mom ran to comfort him, even though I was the one crying, and sent me to bed without dinner for bullying him. By the time I turned 12, he destroyed my clothes with scissors because a girl at school said hi to me instead of him. For the next year, I wore his old stained hand-me-downs that reeked of grass from his side business selling to kids at school. 2 years after that, Blake pushed me down the stairs after I beat him at Mario Kart. The crack of my arm breaking echoed through the house, but at the hospital, Dad told them I fell while being clumsy. The next year, Blake beat me unconscious at dinner for looking at him wrong. Blood dried on my face while my parents grounded me out for a week for instigating, then bought Blake a new iPhone to compensate for his trauma. Everything changed the day I turned 18. After 2 years at McDonald's, saving every penny in a hidden bank account, I bought a $3,000 used Honda Civic. It wasn't everything, but it was something, and I loved the fact that I finally had something I could call mine. 3 weeks after I brought it home, Blake took my keys from my room while I slept and drove wasted to a party. The telephone pole he hit left nothing but twisted metal. He just came back home laughing and threw the keys at me while saying, "Sorry bro, that car sucked at handling." I wasn't laughing though, I was furious. But when I demanded he pay for it, Mom laughed and told me, "Family shares everything, don't be so dramatic." I ignored her and called the police, thinking they would help me. My parents spun their story perfectly, claiming I'd given Blake permission and was lying about him stealing the car for insurance money. Dad's concerned parent voice convinced them I had anger issues, that I was trying to ruin Blake's future over an accident. Without proof that Blake stole it, they had no choice but to close the case. No car meant no way to get to work. No money meant no way to buy another one. But I was done living in that house, and I was done being the victim. That night I moved out and slept in the McDonald's break room until I found a studio apartment. Then I saved up money again for a few months and bought a motorcycle, which I immediately started posting pictures of on my Instagram. I knew Blake couldn't resist trying to take something that belonged to me. And sure enough, his texts exploded my phone within days, with him demanding forgiveness and asking if he could drive my awesome ride. I waited 2 weeks before responding to his message about letting bygones be bygones, knowing full well that it was all part of my plan. We met at a bar near his apartment, and Blake stumbled in already wasted and high, bloodshot eyes widening when he spotted my bike through the window. His desperate begging lasted 20 minutes before I pulled out my phone. "Fine, but I need a video saying you asked to borrow it for insurance." He snatched the keys after recording his slurred consent and stumbled outside. The engine roared as he peeled out, attempting a wheelie. I knew exactly where he'd go. Every time Blake got wasted with wheels, he raced to the industrial district's abandoned warehouses, the same route where 3 riders had died that year at the concrete barrier turn. 50 minutes later, my phone rang. Multiple witnesses saw Blake doing 90 in a 25 zone before losing control while attempting another wheelie. The concrete barrier shattered his spine in 3 places, broke both legs, and collapsed a lung. He'd never walk again. As soon as he recovered in the hospital, he wasted no time in putting the blame on me. He gave me the keys and forced me to drive. My parents believed him instantly and showed up at my door with cops ready to arrest me. Their faces turned red when I showed them the video, and even though they still yelled at me for being irresponsible and making my brother paralyzed, the cops still closed the case. Now, he's stuck in a wheelchair, and my parents are stuck taking care of him 24/7. Last week, Mom texted begging me to visit to help with Blake's care. I didn't respond.